everyone, welcome once again to Daybreak Africa from our studio in Ondo State, which is the sunshine state of the nation. It's a beautiful morning. My name is Ikhonede Joshua Adeji.
Hey, I'm Joshua Atolagbe. Good morning and welcome to the last day of the month.
Yeah, the last day of the month, and yes, last day of...
Last day of the month now.
Jesus Christ.
Tomorrow is first of
So that is to say that by tomorrow now, I'm in a new month. Yeah. Oh God. This weekend, This weekend is supposed to sweet. Now that we're entering a new month, so I know definitely well. Don't want that they have been texting me from church that don't forget vigil. And which vigil again?
That
crossover vigils and all that. You see,
you know, emoji like you, man of God like you.
Oh, nice one. Me that I'm going to go and party this weekend. And do you know the problem now? That means tomorrow I have to put off my phone. Or even if I put off the phone, you still see the WhatsApp message, Happy New Month. Like, I feel, let us do more of Happy New Year. This Happy New Month, I don't like it.
Okay, I'm tired.
I'm tired of it.
January, February, March, April, May.
Okay, fine. Do happy half the year. Or and then you begin to see multiple messages. You think the message is important. Then the next thing you see that this month I want to wish you goodness. Bro, wish yourself first. Don't wish me. The messages are too much. Like, and then important messages you tend not to find them. I think I begin to favorite some of my content. So I'll just see.
So just click on the favorite. But it's always good to wish someone happy new month because many people start the old month with you and never see the following month. So it's a thing to celebrate and be happy and give God's back the privilege for seeing on that month.
But then to a very large extent too, everybody knows everybody must one way or the other. Someone was dying. Then we all pray that we should live longer and all those kind of things. But I feel to a very large extent, if I want to wish you something, the fact that I sent you a text does not mean I actually... Many of those things are just broadcast messages, the actual truth. So if you really want to wish me happy new month, you could call my phone. Guy, have a happy new... I understand that.
Or you sent to me 4 Naira SMS.
Yeah, 4 Naira SMS. Or at least you can say, okay, happy new month, send your...
Is it?
You get that. I know I'm going to the weekend. So definitely. Owambe is there. Not just even Owambe. For someone like me that likes football and like this, I start from the Owambe. And I don't watch ball at home in my house. I like to watch ball in the bar with friends and all that. Definitely, you know that 1 or 2 money will drop. Why would they watch ball? They drink pepper soup. They drink water because I don't actually take alcohol and all that. You know, when I'm doing those things, money must do it. It will drop. So I think that one is the most preferable new month. I know that this weekend is going to be. You like sports?
Yeah. I want to see Arsenal again. After I'm traveling out to Bonn to go and visit the Boiler to give them. And this concluded month, Arsenal played unbeaten through the month. I want to see the opening match of the new month.
But for someone like me that I really love Barcelona, even though they made me cry last week, at least I want to see how they come out of it. Even though my favorite player, Babache, is not going to be playing, Pedri, because of not just the red card now.
They'll be hosting Elche this weekend.
Yeah, Elche, and all that. So let's see how it all goes. But I think the weekend is going to be exciting. Owambe did here, Bo did here, Ba did here. NBA too is there as well, and at the end of the day too, church too is there. You're going to go on Sunday. If you don't go church on Sunday, you shall go mosque. At least today is Friday. You go Jimo. If you don't go to where, you go to shrine. If you don't go to shrine and you're an atheist, one way or the other, you go to social media. You go join us. You go do somewhere.
And then it was day.
And that day itself, it could still take something off your. Either it takes something off your account or something back to your account. Anyway, just enjoy your weekend as time goes by. But first, we are going to entertain you here this weekend. And entertaining you, we will start with the entertainment news. After the entertainment news, we'll take the entertainment news discourse. After that, we progress on Daybreak Africa to give you the top 10 songs and other things. But before you get there, let's take the entertainment news. After that, we'll come back on Daybreak Africa and continue with our discussion. So please stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show of Just Jonas. It's still Daybreak Africa. And yes, it's time to go straight into the entertainment news discourse for today. Yes, I hope you're enjoying the entertainment news. But then one of the things that makes Friday very exciting is that we sometimes progress into some entertainment discussions too as well, because this particular week a lot actually happened in the entertainment scene, and we'll just shortly shine some lights on some of this particular event, and we won't be the only one discussing in the actual sense. Today is going to be more like a men's discussion because we are going to be having only men on set. We started already with just 2 men, then we have a 3rd man with us too as well on the set. And yes, he's someone who I love so much. I love the fact that he's here in the studio with us in the person of Fasasi Azeez, who is actually a social commentator. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Nice to have you on the show.
It's my pleasure.
It's our pleasure to have you in the actual sense. I think.
It's the main thing.
What's better than 2 men in the actual sense is 3 men in the, in the actual sense, discussing some of the things. But then let's switch quickly to some of the entertainment news stories for this week. One of the stories which really thrilled me, let me start with one of the stories that actually was very, very topical all through the last week, all through this week. A very, very topical event when it comes to the men's scene. It has to do with Ned Nwoko in the actual sense. Ned Nwoko recently we talked about the fact that he had an issue with his wife. Then he came up on social media and said, I pity men with one wife. It's like standing on one leg. Ned Nwoko, the senator representing Delta North, has offered justifications for his polygamous lifestyle. Speaking recently on an interview with on TV, the lawmaker stated that the difficulty of standing on a single leg influenced his decision to have more than one wife. Nwoko also expressed a sense of pity for monogamous men while declaring he has no regrets about his choices. The senator, who is married to Leila Charani, actress Regina Daniels, Phyllis Thompson, and Chantel Nwoko, further advocated for personal liberty in marriage. I have done so many impossible things. Tell me what it is. The example I gave about marrying 4 women is this. Just imagine telling you to stand on one leg. You know how difficult it is. But to stand on 2, 3, or 4 is much more balanced.
Wow.
That is just the example I gave. But let's switch to this.
Okay.
Like getting married to just one wife, and him saying it's better to just get married to multiple wives. And look at the analogy he gave. He said it's like standing on a single leg, and he advocated that men should marry multiple wives. This is a senator saying this. But what's your take on this old issue?
I think everybody is entitled to his own choice. But I think, considering the financial situation of this country, I think it's only advisable you marry the number of women you are capable of taking care of. If you are capable of taking care of 2 women, why not go for 2 women? But me,
As a person,
even if I become a billionaire tomorrow, I don't think I want to marry 2 women. Because I think having a woman in your life, one woman alone can give you the kind of stress that one day you will be contemplating suicide. I've been with someone that just dating, I was like, is this the same person I asked out?
yeah.
We only cohabited for few days, and I was already seeing a counter side of her I never could have imagined. Now imagine marrying that kind of person with other persons, or like 2 other persons that have similar character. I think I'm just very young. So no disrespect to the senator. He has his reasons, and I think he's financially buoyant to take care of them.
Yeah, very financially buoyant.
In my own opinion rather, I will never advocate for polygamy. That's my take.
Let's talk about Nedu himself.
As a person,
As a person. Someone that's advocating that as a man, you should go for more than one wife. A few weeks ago, we saw one of his wives saying that I'm living this toxic marriage. Regina Daniel.
Talking about the toxicity in the marriage.
No, you're not living by
Please, don't forget my favorite quotes.
Okay.
I no blanter intended.
No blanter intended,
Just the social media crews and all that. She said, in Ned Nwoko's house, I'm nobody in my house, I'm a queen. The drama and all that. I don't know. At times I wonder what women actually want. Because this is the same person that has been tormenting, in quotes, us on social media. It is better
to cry in the Benz.
You understand? Go for a billionaire that can take care of you. Cry in a Lamborghini. Cry in a private jet. In fact, she even said it is to poor people that the term domestic violence exists. That for rich people like her, it is skincare. So I was not surprised that of getting the skincare.
No, it has level. It has level.
Remember, the skin on the clear.
No, probably it has level. No, probably when she was only seeing the surface, the primary. When she now got to the secondary, oh God, and tertiary. I have to
No, the truth is, many ladies don't. You see, one of the problems. I saw a quote recently on social media. A girl was asking why men don't check their wives' phones and all that, and I made a response to that quote. I said, men check phones, but the truth is, we don't overreact like you people.
Yeah.
We've seen what we want to see. The truth is, we just. When it's time, we already made our decision in our heart, so we don't overreact. It's the same thing with ladies, and men has this issue. Now, not hyping men. We sometimes can think through things till the next 30, 40, 50 years. Women sometimes just like to work on the primary. They don't go into the deep. And that is where they make mistakes that at the end of the day, they begin to say, I should have known. I should have not.
And I should have known
gone
deep.
Sometimes when I should have known part is where when it comes is where the problem happens, which I think is one of the issues that happened to Regina Daniels in the actual sense. And not as if something wasn't telling her that you are treading a route that is not going to favor you, but something now just don't worry, anything can, it's just for the whole vibe. And now she's saying the whole thing. But then Ned Winko coming out to talk about this, that men should just go for more than one wife. Bro, I just know women. One woman alone is like problems because the woman you wooed, the one you later married, the one that got pregnant for you, the one that gave birth to a child for you are 4 different personalities. 4 different personalities. Now imagine having 3, 4 wives. That means you'll be living with 16 people in the house automatically. What time do you have for your own children? Because to deal with this person, deal with that person, even sexually is difficult because you have to satisfy all of them differently. As a friend,
honestly, little mood swings. You'll just be wondering. At times, you'll be asking yourself, does she need attention?
Does she not need attention?
Does she need breaks? And to clan it all, if you now meet an overthinker,
it's done.
and I think from experience, I realize that most women are the so-called overthinkers. They are not actually overthinkers. We can experiment this.
Okay.
Find a man that is an overthinker. I'm not trying to be misogynistic.
They will say you are misogynistic, but don't worry, don't bother.
They will say that. I'm an only son with 4 sisters and I love them here, so I'm not
misogynistic.
a misogynist. Find a man who is an overthinker. Find a woman who is an overthinker. You will realize that an overthinker man would always think for every possibility that moves around the situation.
Yeah.
But a woman, so-called overthinker,
that thinks she's an overthinker,
thinking of all the possibilities that suits
our whole narrative.
She already feel like, okay, I think this is what it is. So our overthinker that she is, she will now be thinking about all the situation that suits that
our whole narrative in the
actual. She already feel like, okay, this is the reason this is happening, or this is what is actually.
That's from the point that they will now be playing the victim.
And when they play the victim, I'm talking about this issue of women hyping themselves and thinking that they are the overthinkers and they know deeper, they know things and all that and all that. I think I was seeing a post by because it just got me thinking when I saw Regina Daniels' post as well, talking about and then the whole hyping of women and all those kind of things. Then I saw Kid Wire talking, and he said, "Why I avoid dating lower class ladies." Now, I'm talking about this to ladies. This, if you know Kid Wire well, is the son of Terry Wire, who is actually a billionaire, not a billionaire in naira, a billionaire in dollars, in the actual sense, and he's one of the biggest socialites Nigeria has. But this guy said something very deep. Tasia Kid Wire, the reality star known professionally as Kid Wire, has revealed why he avoids relationship with women from a lower social class. He was speaking on the podcast. Kid Wire, who is the son of billionaire Terry Wire, shared that introducing someone from a lower income background to his affluent lifestyle often leads to complications. The 32-year-old reality star said, while these women may initially be humble and appreciative, their attitude tends to change over time. Kid Wire explained that after a few months, they often begin comparing themselves to others in a social cycle. This, he said, leads to expectations for luxury items such as designer bags and expensive trips. He added that what was once seen as a special treat becomes an anticipated norm. That is what is just is entitlement to just put in that line. He noted that this sense of entitlement can create, just imagine, can create issues in the relationship and sometimes manifest as rudeness. At first, they are thankful everything feels new and exciting, but after a few months, they start comparing themselves to others. The reality star said they want the same bags, the same trips, and soon what was once special becomes expected. The entitlement sets in and sometimes turns into rudeness. That's been my biggest issue, dating someone from a lower class and bringing them into my lifestyle.
I think ladies on social media will not like that particular.
They won't. I will see their comment. I don't want to.
They will never like that. He has a point. He has a point, but I think the way he started, the way he put it is, I don't know. Maybe I think I kind of find it rude to the
ladies.
Yeah.
But sorry to cut you there, but I wanted to ask a question because many of the time people ask a question. They ask, why is it that people of the high class don't like to date people of the low class? Either both men and women. And all that, and no one actually has the answer to that state. Isn't it good that a son of a wealthy man is coming out to actually say the truth?
And the answer he gave is actually very plausible. Very, very plausible answer. But very plausible reason not to want to date someone from the lower class, because truly, when you start showing the person care, affection, and all that, they will start with appreciation. I'm not yet there. I'm not ready. But
at least I've never seen people in that aspect.
I've seen people that have been in that situation. I have friends that are okay, that date girls are okay, that are in lower class, but in the long run, they will start feeling entitled. They no longer appreciate what the guys are doing
before. Yeah.
But I still think one of the reasons is why most people in the higher class want to date people of lower class is because of that fear of. They don't trust the love they are getting from the person. They might not be.
That's another fight to it.
Yes, they might not be sure if it's genuine love or the person is playing along
to get what for the benefit. Yeah.
Because the argument may be made that what's allegedly, I've seen comment like that what's the love and the attention Regina Dani has been showing Ndwoko was just like all these internet fraudsters that's trying to nurse their clients with showing love, something like romance
and all those kind of things. Yeah, you should play the Yahoo on him.
So maybe now she feels her.
Now you don't pack, finish.
Yeah.
Because I think she launched she just built the house
and all that. So that's the fear of many wealthy people. They believe, okay, if someone from a higher class too, she has it. If she, look at Mr. Easy and
tell me about that.
Many people don't know that Mr. Easy is actually very wealthy and from a wealthy.
They don't even know that he grew up with love.
They don't know. Do they really think that someone like Atolagbe will let his daughter marry someone of the low class? Not because he's proud or maybe he's looking down on you, but we have that fear naturally in him that is this man coming from my wealth? Is it coming from my connection and all that? Which the bitter reality is that is what most men of this generation are doing. In fact, men are the number one gold diggers now.
No, we have tried.
We have tried. So we need to change the story. The story needs to be changed. So because over time we've seen women being the gold diggers.
We even see the gold to dig.
Because honestly, I don't do.
Probably when you are there to dig, you get
to extent. One of anyone that loves gives.
Yeah.
One of the truths about women who love you is if a woman loves you, have you dated a girl that her parents sells provision or pepper before? Let's make it a guy. You never go hungry. Even if you don't give them anything, you never go hungry. And so, but then the only problem is just that they tend to make too much demands on you, which sometimes you don't want to give. Like maybe the one I don't do too much.
If they go and go so they remind you of
everything they've done. That's the problem I have. The next thing here. I gave this guy and when a guy gets this girl and leaves, you hardly hear that thing. She don't do. Everything I don't do for him. Nah, for God.
And the ironic situation is that if you are on growing stage and a lady is going up with you, then you now go to the peak of the billionaire. Then you know, okay, let me marry another person. They will say that you've cheated, you've played the lady. But if a lady leaves you because you are not getting to the peak, you are not making it, they will say that she has made a right decision.
She found the double standards of society. Yes. But now let's look based on what Kidwire said. Let's take an example of many. Okay, I'm sorry I'm bringing this because I think what he said, if we look at a bulk of many of, let's even start with celebrities we have out there who are ladies who came from really poor backgrounds and all that and later got fame. And see the way they compete with each other. Talking about people like, let's say, Lizzie Anjorin. Yeah. Let's say people like Nkechi Blessing. Let's say many of I'm not saying that they are doing all those things, but just got a bit of wealth and all that logically. And how they sometimes treat themselves on social media. They have this competitive nature amidst themselves. Like, I bought this is my new XR, I just bought it from, until we never asked you. Like, we never asked you. The next thing, that or two will come. And it is smell those things. We have this, we have that. And compared to, even DJ Copy, the daughter of the wealthy Otedala, never does those. I've seen very wealthy girls, and some of the things that freaks us, they just look at it like, it's just normal things. They are used to it. Sometimes those kind of girls cannot stay. Let's just walk, and you are like, just walk.
Let me take it back to Mr. Azeez's wedding. Did you see the Otedala family's dress? Very simple dress, no corsets,
nothing.
Less jewelry. You know, but look at this. People that are just getting little millions. Let them go to a party. One will even go and carry the face of the husband or the face of the wife.
Put it there. This luxury.
But these are billionaires. Very simple dress. Comfort is their priority. Well, I don't know.
When you grow up with wealth, you've tasted wealth right from childhood. It's nothing to you. Just what you just want to do is just to live comfortably and live like a normal person. But you've tasted poverty and now tasted wealth. Oh, Jesus Christ!
You got to show them that you're bad.
That's something that poverty mentality does to many people. I think it's one truth that many people need to learn. Gradually, the poverty mentality gets you to a point where when you begin to access wealth, this revenge mentality comes to you. You want to revenge, you want to just taste power. It's as if they live in a fantasy because of what that wealth gives to them. And at the end of the day, after a few years, they begin to discover that these things don't really matter at the end of the day. And I think I understand what Terry Wire was actually saying. It's just sad that this is the reality of many ladies in our generation today. And like Terry Wire said, that is why I don't date lower class ladies. So if you are seeing a lady out there that says, I want to marry a wealthy guy, if you don't have 2 Benz, if you don't have 2 cars, don't date them. The real rich guys won't actually date.
At least I think men should start setting that standard too. At least we're allowed to set the standard too now. If you don't have 2 Benz as a woman,
you're not my class.
Let's see who loses.
But logically, I think to a very large extent, will you date a girl who doesn't make money for herself?
Never, because that's going to be a stress on me.
No. on one condition, if you are not yet making money, at least let me be assured that you have a skill
that be productive,
or you have a certificate that you are just not yet opportuned to get it working. But you don't have any skill. You don't have any certificate that can. You don't have.
And you are entitled
because you think you have beauty that will fade at the long run.
You see, that beauty one is what pay me the fine girl privilege. And I do tell them, have you seen the SS3 student that just graduated?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like the last
They are eating the market.
They just came to the market now. So the markets get tougher every day. But, well, they will learn. They will learn as time goes by. Let's pick one more story before we go for a break in the actual sense. I think the story is going to be with... No, I'll not start with Femi Lazarus story. Femi Lazarus story will be for the other segment. Let's talk about the film producer who beats up someone on set. Which is something... I know Josh will be interested with this because I know he's a thespian.
I hope he gets beaten up. Just
okay. Let's hear the story first.
You will get beaten. So, production manager arrested for assaulting makeup artist on set. Production manager and makeup artist, like So, Anayobi Courage, the production manager, also known as Owa South, has been arrested for the alleged physical assault of a crew member on the set of the film. Let me not call the film's name because it will be like PR. The incident, which occurred on October 28, 2025, involved a violent altercation between Courage and Mary Chizi Eze, the head of makeup. A video from the set shows the two engaged in physical fight as several people attempted to intervene. According to a statement from the Nigerian Film Crew Community (NFCC), the assault took place after Mary protested the inhuman accommodation conditions provided by the production, which allegedly housed 15 female crew members in a single room. 15 female crew members in a single room.
Let's continue.
Wow, let's continue. The statement claimed courage hit and strangled Mary for speaking out against the ill treatment. The community added that following the incident, Courage was arrested while Mary received medical attention. Now, how will you beat someone on set? And let me not even start with the beating. The beating, they said, came out because, and this is NFCC talking about this, so definitely it's no longer a skit. It's a serious matter. Yeah.
Even for the arrest.
How will you put 15 females in a single room?
If
it's men, it's understand. Sharp. All of us now.
Bro, even I am of the opinion that even if it's men, I think it's not professional enough. Nigerian film industry really need to do better, especially with the crew members. I'm not into theater, but we've heard a lot of stories
around that area.
How they treat the crew members and all that. And there's always this preferential treatment on set. There'll be one actor that will come, how this VIP special treatment and all that. Let those people, don't let them feel less of themselves. Everybody is important on set. If you feel okay, you're the better actor on set, then the camera is not working. The DOP refuses to do his work. Your talent is
as good as what that guy shows.
So everybody should be respected. I think Nigeria in particular, they don't value crew members. They only value the ones that are showing on the screen.
On the screen, yeah.
Whereas it is people behind the scene that are actually doing the bigger work.
Well, before Josh takes his own take, because I know you have your own take on this particular matter, let's take Go Start. Immediately after Go Start, we come back and continue on this discussion. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back from Go Start. It's an avenue for you to have the energy and the brain to think of what to do. You know, when you exchange world, everything is evolving. You can't just base yourself in a particular skill. Learn to do more things. It's not never too late. It's never too late. You go outside there and learn a particular skill to keep you going. We are in Nigeria. We are Nigerian and we are in Nigeria. So you need multiple ways to get income. All right, before we went on Go Start, we're talking about the production manager that beat his makeup artist.
Let me hear your view, sir.
You know,
your view, that's what I want to hear.
First of all, you don't raise your hands
on
a woman.
Yeah.
She's not your daughter.
She's not even your whether your daughter or wife,
she's just like your employee, because you've called her on set and you are paying. When you are paying someone is working for you, you have to give the person special treatment because that person is coming to give you a professional job.
Yeah.
Now you're now housed your crew member.
15 of them.
15. Even when we started filmmaking, then when we were in school, if you go to location, we always, even as young as we were then, we still have problem with each other, but we still try to manage because we understand the situation on ground. We are all friends, we are all partners, we grew up together. We are only trying to make way for ourselves. But these people, they are professional. You invited a professional to work for you. Now the person now complained that, sir, you've housed 15 of it. It's not conducive. The next thing is to it's wrong. That's an assault. It's punishable.
I like the fact he was even arrested.
Yeah.
Because I think when you said this, you know, I have a bit of experience too with filmmaking and all that. I direct films too as well. And one of the things I know of is we do say something. One of the things they taught us in filmmaking is if you want it fast, it can't be cheap.
Yeah.
But if you want it cheap, it can't be fast. And if you want it cheap and quality, you have to ensure that it is slow. And you might not be able to get some professional hands on that work. The best thing you can do is to look for people that are just learning. You know, there are people that whenever we are going to film set, they just want to be a part of the crew. They don't want to collect money. They will call you, please just
tell me I will come.
It's best to use them and put them. If you count 15 of them somewhere, there is inhuman to me. It doesn't make sense. But if money no day, no shoot. If at least if you can't sort out some things, what cost you in? Okay, we can't shoot by accommodating people. You guys can come, go, go. And in case you feel you want to sleep, this is what we can afford for you guys. In case you guys.
So if you are not convenient,
go. If you are convenient, continue. Now, I know that the reason why the lady got angry was definitely maybe they have paid you. But rather than using the pay for something judicious, you use what they call dubiousness. Because that is one of the things that, and maybe they don't even pay you, but you use mouth to make it feel as if. That is why she had to complain and shout that you can't give us this kind of treatment. And sometimes I know one thing that happens in this industry, both media, film, music, they feel maybe because of now me give you your first job, now you don't big, I can still treat you the way I was treating you that time, and they will term it as loyalty. Bro, there's a level loyalty gets to that everybody needs to talk and say Alaye is rubbish.
There's particular Yoruba word they use to Jara, leave that side. Yeah, just God used you to be part of my story. That's what God has to come and the role God has to come and play my story. And I've played the role God wants you to play in your story. let the movie.
So I think multiple factors come to that play, and you don't even try it with men, try it with women. Women that will
another problem I have with film shooting nowadays is that we have so many YouTubers now that they are shooting. The problem is they are not giving us the sweet quality. But they want to produce and keep their YouTube channel running so that they can generate the traffic. But they are not giving us the quality of the storyline. They are giving us the same thing. They are just trying to twist it.
Like, I'm tired of going on YouTube to check films. I don't know if anyone is.
The first turn up I always get is the title. He didn't know that the poor man was a billionaire. I don't know if they are the one that tells you like that.
It's something that they call it the catchphrase. Like a clickbait.
Yeah. This is supposed to be the suspense I want to go and see. Not you narrating the whole movie in the title.
And sometimes when you now go and check it, I can tell you for a fact that you could watch multiple films with almost the same storyline.
Yeah, you can even guess
just a little tweak. You can guess. There's no that unpredictability, the cinematography, nothing. The creativity is not always
there. There's no theater without suspense.
And one of the things I discovered there is that many of them are shooting based on, I just want to meet up with my target on YouTube and get money. If you really need big money, you have to do the right thing.
Take time.
Take time.
One of the reasons I love almost musicians. Some people will go 2 years, you won't see them. By the time they come back, boom,
they hit.
They give you hits
back to back. Everybody heard that Dekole Gold's album now, Fuji.
We still have actors that are giving us quality.
Definitely. We have very quality. I know, I can call some, but let's not do PR today. Let's progress on stories. Let's progress on stories. And talking about the fact that women will actually complain, you can't box women. They came for one of our fathers in the Lord, and the comment for the father in the Lord was really exceeding. It was tough, but I was seeing tweets attached to that. But now celebrities too are already coming out to speak against our father in the Lord, Femi Lazarus, based on a particular statement he made recently. And this time it is Ikhonede that joins criticism of Femi Lazarus over comments trivializing menstrual pain. Now here is the thing. Now, Ikhonede happens to be an actress, recently talked about the old video of Femi Lazarus, lead pastor of Light Nation Church in Abuja, which resurfaced, igniting a fierce criticism over his comments about menstruation and women's behavior. In the year-old video, which has recently gone viral, Lazarus was offering marital advice, urging men to prioritize a woman's character over her physical appearance. The cleric specifically pointed to a woman's menstrual cycle as a key indicator of her true nature. He then challenged the widely accepted notion that hormonal fluctuations during menstruation can lead to mood swings, labeling the idea demonic. Now, let me explain this thing in factors. You know that women will tell you, maybe because of they are in their menstrual week, they have this issue of mood swings and all that. That is why they are sometimes rude. You know, sometimes many of them have attached it to some, they said it is their zodiac sign. Then they shifted the goalpost when some of us came out to say this zodiac sign thing doesn't concur with that. Then the next day they said, you know, it's in my menstrual cycle and all that, so you should appreciate me for being a woman. So Femi Lazarus said, guys, watch out for this. If you want to get married, you need to marry for peace. I would like to tell the guys that the hips, pink lips, and physique won't matter for long, he said. You can know a peaceful woman before marrying her. People believe some demonic stuff like women have mood swings that make them want to cause trouble. It's demonic. It isn't true. It isn't your nature. To support his argument, Lazarus cited biblical figures. He concluded that any woman who claims irritability during a period is simply a troublesome person. Now, in an Instagram post, actress Ikhonede criticized Lazarus' remark, urging men to stop making assumptions about things they have never experienced. Yesterday, I saw a trending video of a clergyman seemingly trivializing menstrual pain. She wrote, "If you have never experienced the hormonal changes that women go through during their periods, ovulations, and pregnancy, please don't make bold statements about things you haven't experienced. Men, please be kind." Another ex-user said, "I need pastors to go back to talking about Jesus and how they want to defeat the devil. Leave women alone."
One of the reasons that we are having problems in this country, church ought to be a saving grace for everybody. You talk about every aspect of life, not only about
But
Jesus
is it wrong
Christ.
that he touched this place?
In fact, I don't blame him for talking about it because I've watched some of his videos. He always talk about virtual
Everything. Almost everywhere. He touches everywhere.
And I don't think before now, maybe they have been criticizing him, I don't know. I don't think I've seen any public critique about him before now. I think maybe this time he's talking against
Women. No, when you have not touched that.
maybe I think that's right. I think I understand the points he's trying to make. Maybe he's talking from the point of view of the kind of women he has around him. For instance, maybe his wife, his daughters and all that. So maybe he feels the way they always act and behave normal whenever they are ovulating and whenever they are pregnant. So he's against the notion that there's always a mood swing and a hormonal disorder during those periods.
Yeah.
Maybe he's talking from that
Perspective,
point of
yeah.
view. And I will concur with him too because I have 4 sisters and I don't think any of them have ever given me
That kind of problem.
Yeah, because you are.
I have a sister, I have a too, I have a wife, I have a
At times,
mother,
I
I
don't
have a
even-
child.
I
I
can't
don't even know when
relate.
I'm menstruating. I don't even know when I'm menstruating at times. But I still understand Ikhonede because, like she rightly said, don't judge what you don't
The
experience.
experience, yeah.
Because I think it is biologically proven that when women secrete estrogen and progesterone, they undergo some hormonal changes and all that. It depends on your body. Some people naturally their immune system is so strong that no matter what they are going through, they will still be normal. But some women, in fact, I dated someone that whenever our period is getting closer, I'm using style to like keep distance because I know we must have issues. In fact, at times I wouldn't ask her at times, you are ovulating. Because I would know, like she would just get angry over little things.
Little things, yeah.
So I think our own is our nature. So I'm sitting on the fence of this issue. I understand the point
Femi Lazarus
is making, and I understand why even
He's
is
making that
paying.
point.
But no. Sorry for cutting you in. Now, if you want to go by the second, you said you were sitting on the fence the other time.
Yes.
So, believing that is their nature. So, and we want to marry for peace. That means every month is certain that you are going to have issue in your marriage.
That's why there's courtship before marriage.
Sorry to actually cut you, though, but one of the reasons why I did that was I think I understand Femi Lazarus to a large extent, and I understand what he was trying to do with that. Now, I'm not saying Ikhonede is not wrong. Both parties were not wrong in whatever they said. Everybody was just talking from their perspective. And one of the things that I think Femi Lazarus was trying to point out was probably, now, no one is saying biologically those things are not there. I know. We all did biology in school. We know what hormonal functions, and changes does to women, especially in their. I made a statement when we were talking about Nedwoko, where I said the woman you dated, the woman that is pregnant, the woman that gave birth, there are 4 different personalities on the actual sense. So you are the one that will know how to just manage those through those periods. The same thing with menstrual cycles and all that. But then we've seen over time that you are not the only girl who is that problematic, or that's where discipline comes to play.
It can be managed.
You can be managed. These things can be managed, and that is why even cravings that pregnant women talk about, they will tell you if you are just with them normal. I've been with a pregnant woman. I don't want.
You have experience.
So I have experience. They will say, they are craving. I want to get this. I want to get that. Now let your own mother, come to the house. The craving just. I don't know where that craving goes.
I concur with you on this. I have a friend who is a soldier. He actually got married before he joined the military. He said when he had his first baby, in fact, he got tormented literally by his wife because of this.
The whole cravings and the whole thing.
The second baby, it was a distance marriage, no military job now.
Yeah, true.
He was in Maiduguri.
The
The wife is in Port Harcourt. No call for craving.
Craving disappeared.
So he was now wondering that is it that suddenly the wife sister he felt okay maybe because he's the second child. But when he returned from Maiduguri and gave her to that third child, he was around then. The craving issue
Just
came
went
up
down.
again. Came up again because he was there.
It was a plan work. Plan craving.
How did they do?
Plan craving.
That's how they do. I think the truth there is, no one says that those things are not there, but you guys can control
Yeah,
it.
you
We
can
all know.
control.
If girls together are fighting, they will not blame it on their hormonal changes and all that. But if it is to a man, they will say, you know, I'm craving. It's the same thing why some girls will give excuses to cheating. That I was actually ovulating that period. And you know, they say that we all know ovulating, when they are ovulating, they are well heightened and their body demands sex that period. But so I ask, what if your husband is not around and he travels? I know girls that they pass through that period and they still don't cheat on their partners. So discipline is something that can come to play. So me, I understand what Femi Lazarus was trying to say, that if a lady and you are wanting to marry somebody has not gotten to a point where she can control these things, brother, don't marry her, because you can't be like Josh said now. So that means every month I must be looking at you and be hoping that problem will
So when I see the problem coming, I disappear from the house for a week.
You should not be running from me when you are getting to that
why are we
period.
married?
Why are we married? Just that aspect.
Like you said, what they actually need is discipline. And I think, yes, discipline is hard. That's why in Nigerian English, they often use discipline to replace torture. Like you want to, if you want to, like, maybe you want to correct, chastise a child, they'll say, I want to discipline you.
Child, yeah.
Because the fact that discipline is hard, that's why they use it to replace
torture
chastisement at times. But I think where Femi Lazarus actually went wrong is using the word demonic.
Yeah, I
think that was extreme. And that's probably the bone of contention. You shouldn't have used that word.
demonic itself.
You should just have addressed it on a general note, not calling it demonic. I think it's extreme.
Maybe just the youth of the moment actually. You know, sometimes for people that have experienced preaching to people before, you know, there's a level, that is if you are a good preacher. Yeah. There's a level where you get to where you are just running and running. You go to your heart, you just eat something. Sometimes I do tell preachers, record your preachings to go back home and listen to it too as well, so that you know where and where your talk took you out of line. You could go offline when you are saying some things. Though sometimes we should be guided by speech. And I think I like the fact he pointed out the fact that he used that word demonic. It's not demonic, it's biology. But it can be controlled. Yes. And as a lady, you shouldn't blame that on. We are men.
You shouldn't use it for a fun excuse.
But you can't.
We pass through.
Yes,
every day. Like when you wake up in the morning,
the thing does. And that thing, it can even embarrass you on the road.
On the road.
Have you ever? There's a time I was on BRT. Even BRT bus in Lagos. And I wasn't even thinking anything bad or something. I was actually holding the masculinity came out. I don't know what actually
that's the problem. Because even without thinking it, that thing has eyes.
That thing has eyes. It just sees. And the truth was, you know, when you are just trying to use hand to cover,
package,
and the next you just know you have nothing to cover with. You can't come down.
You're wearing a tight
trouser. That was the time pencil jeans was trending. So we are pencil jeans, and you know those pencil jeans cannot hold those boxers. You know those small boxers. It gets with. So definitely you have to sit. And then it's your junction, your bus stop. They're like, "We are balling."
To ball will not be a problem.
We a prayer on the side of balling. I drop it somewhere close. You are trying everything possible to just ensure, guy, calm down. I think I'll beg you, which is something that also men experience.
Yeah, and I said how we manage.
We manage. We all control it. Everybody has their complications. You know, they will say the pain we pass through. Until now we die of hypertension most of the time. So you don't want to be a man in the actual sense. But let's progress actually on stories, and I think this final story will be where we will crescendo on our discussion today, and it has to do with the statement of one of our veteran comedians in Nigeria, in the person of Teju Babyface, who was talking about his experience jackpotting to the United States, saying that it almost became his biggest mistake, according to his own perspective of his life. So let's just start the story briefly. And Teju Babyface, who happens to be a Nigerian comedian, says while relocating to the United States felt like my biggest mistake. The Nigerian comedian has reviewed the crisis he faced after moving his family to the United States, describing it as one of the most difficult chapters of his life. Speaking on his channel, Babyface reflected that what he initially believed was a strategic career move quickly spiraled into a period of deep uncertainty and regret, compounded by the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. He described America as possessing a brutal and unique set of difficulties which were magnified by the global lockdown. The comedian also illustrated his sense of disorientation by referencing the lyrics of Sonny Ade's classic song Eshu Biri Biri Ebomi, When we are leaving Nigeria, I knew without a shadow of doubt that it was the necessary next step in my career evolution and for us as a family, a unit. But when we got here and challenges started, especially when you consider that COVID-19 started a few months after we arrived, I was convinced that I had made the biggest mistake of my life. He said that I had shot myself in the foot. I had scored an own goal. As they say in the Yoruba movies, I had become the Abinga of my own misfortune. For the first time, I could understand what King Sunny Ade meant when he sang Eshu Biribiri Ebromi, because I never understood what he meant, and I had been singing that song all my life. But for the first time, I understood his sentiments. He was saying that he had come to a place, a juncture in his life, where he had no idea where his life was going or what his life was about. Just a place of complete disorientation as to location and direction, and I lived in that place for years. America has its own unique set of difficulties when you add COVID to that. It was brutal. For about 3 years, I was convinced I had made the biggest mistake of my life. Now, looking at this, he said, now, many people don't know these things. So, now, to your friend Jackpa, 2 months after you done a biller, and they are telling you truths that, guy, this place no easy.
It's not easy, yeah.
And to be honest, many of us tend to not understand them.
Sure.
But now there is a top comedian in Nigeria. We know Teddy has been a pioneer, coming out to talk about the difficulties he faced.
You know when you travel out of the country and you are earning dollars, the mindset of Nigeria will help you to be converting that your dollar you are earning into naira.
They don't consider
not considering that they spend that money in dollar where they are earning it, not that they are spending it in naira.
Yes.
And this particular thing that happened to Teju Babyface reminded me of a guy that traveled in Nigeria, was doing well. Like he has three shops. That he said at the end of the month, it's after food, after traveling, you see an average of 200,000.
Wow.
In his account. He even said that you can ask his girlfriend, because one of his girlfriend manages one of his shops. So when he got to Ukraine, it was second day after he got to Ukraine, the war started.
Wow.
So you have to be running that skater. So you have to look for where to get trained. He met a Nigerian guy that they now helped him to get a train that they will go to Germany together. When they got there, they observed that they were not taking men on board. So you know the guy that has been in Ukraine for a very long time now heard in the Ukraine dialect that they were trying to enroll them to the war. I say, wow, guy, by fire by storm, enter this train. I'm not yet I'm not yet to come and suffer. The guy got to Germany. From Germany said they want to deport them back to Nigeria. I said, no, I didn't travel to come and to come and get deported. Like I traveled legally. I have my papers up. It was the guy went through hell for 2 years. Now he's okay. He traveled to Ukraine, now he's in Italy.
Wow.
You never stayed in Ukraine for a week.
And that was the
people back in Nigeria will be thinking, that
guy was gone. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
But then what will make someone that is well-to-do Jackpa at the end of the day? Well-to-do in Nigeria, at the end of the day, decide he wants to make?
Personally, I think if I have the kind of money that I dream of having, I don't think I want to relocate from this country. This country is sweet.
It's sweet. Nigeria.
When you have money.
See,
even when you don't have money.
The aphorism, no place like home. No be lie. I travel to just still within the country. I travel to just not. I could see that I'm not part of these people. Although Northerners are accommodating, but my first weeks of being there, like it was obvious that I was like an outcast
To them.
Now thinking of someone that now goes to a totally different country where you're a total stranger, you can never feel at home. You start trying to adopt to their own style of food, their style of lifestyle and all that. So I think if you have enough money, it's better you remain in Nigeria, but travel for vacations once in a while to enjoy yourself. I'm talking about Tenny Babyface. I think inarguably he's one of the pioneer TV hosts in Nigeria that has been doing well. I think he's doing well in Nigeria. I don't think he really needs to like relocate from Nigeria, unless if he has personal reasons that he's not trying to disclose. But I don't think he needs to
relocate.
I think IS go for vacation with his family and come back.
That's his own personal reason.
But the way this country is with the insecurity and the economic situation, I understand why many people want to jackpot. Despite saying if I have the kind of money that I dream of, I will not leave the country. Yes, that's the only reason that will make me to remain. But if I don't get that kind of money in the nearest food shop, and I have enough money to jackpot, In as much
But
as
that battle takes millions, though.
that's what I'm saying. That no, the kind of money I'm dreaming of, bro. I'm talking about multi-millions. If not billions, at least multi-millions. But at least even if it's like 20 M, I can still jackpot. I can still jackpot.
Well, someone like me, though, me, I prefer if I want to go out of the country, unless if I have something like is already planned, stable with a house. I definitely know they will definitely have a family. They will be coming over with me and all that. And I know that it's something that at least for some years I can just do. I might decide to go. What I see abroad as is a place to just go come
on vacation.
Go on vacation, come back. And one of the things I feel, even if you are going for work, it should not be something that's too long. Still get back to your home and all
but
that.
some people have traveled out of the country and they are making it and they feel like they are at home.
But a vast majority are not even making it.
It takes over time.
And they don't want to come home because of the shame.
That shame,
coming home. I know a bulk people out there that I have families there that have spent over 30 years.
Many of them, many people there, the bills are actually taking most of the money.
And the tax system. Do you know one thing about the UK? I think I saw Shank on a podcast and was saying that you guys in UK here, you're like in a prison. You can't be there and all work. You know, Nigeria, people are still like Disica. They do nothing but they eat. But you go there, you want to do anything.
Yeah, see people they work all the I say they pursue them.
There are families that you can't call at certain times because you know definitely
they'll be at work.
In Nigeria, you can be on bike now, you're driving somebody on bike, doing your normal business, and they'll call you. After you will still pick call.
And you vex for them that you are not picking your call.
So honestly, to a very large extent, no, I'm not justifying, but I feel if everybody puts their efforts within the country can still be very perfect. Because even the white men's country you are going to, they depend on what they get from Africa to sustain themselves. But they have a tax system that also values people. I think the problem with Nigeria is the country doesn't really value, the system doesn't really value. And it's not the country's problem, it's the people in the system's problem. Because even we on the outside don't value each other. But then, to a very large extent, I just want to use it to appeal to people out there that sometimes don't understand what your friends go through out of the country. You know, they're easy.
It's not easy outside.
You know, they're easy. I pity them, honestly. Honestly, I pity them.
This Japa syndrome, this Japa syndrome is going to continue for a long time.
It will.
In as much as Nigerians still continue having this xenocentric mindset that whatever is foreign
is perfect. That's my own problem because I think
we don't prioritize what we have. We prioritize something abroad. We don't prioritize what we have.
It's perfect. That's why an Igbo guy will not tell you that the clothes he did for you is Abba-made. He will tell you it's Gucci or Gucci.
You will see your Jordan logo, your Jordan shoe. Putting right hand up. But
the truth is, those guys are creative. They could make something. Yeah. We have a good workforce, just like China, who are creative enough to make things. Even though it seems as if it was. Thank God for the whole issue of the tax war between the tariff war between the United States and China. So I discovered that even the Gucci and everything they are collecting from China. So even at the China made you, all of them are coming from the same source. So it's well. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part of this. Thanks so much, Azeez, for being a part of this. We really appreciate this discussion with you. But then it's time to say our goodbyes and take the top 10 songs. From top 10 songs, we take sports. After sport, we come back, we say our goodbyes. It will seem long, but we'll still come back to say our goodbyes on Daybreak Africa. So please stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Daybreak Africa. I hope you enjoyed the top 10 songs. I hope you enjoyed the sports as well. It's time to say our goodbyes in the actual sense. I think I enjoyed the discussion with Azeez and all that.
And it was quite interesting.
Yeah,
and some people collected their size.
I don't know. I think somehow they will still come to us on social media and say we are misogynistic and all that. And because we're just talking based on the view of the men. I sometimes wish maybe Miracle and maybe Angela was around to also just support the film of there and co-a-bit, but sometimes it has to just be about men too as well. Let them see from our perspective.
Next weekend's story will be different.
But which story interested you most in the ones we discussed in the actual sense?
That's the producer beating the makeup party.
It still annoys you.
Annoys me. To what extent?
No, but some people don't really have the mental capacity to deal with stress and all that. So, definitely you can't camp 15 women and they will not speak. If men will cow to it, women will actually be vocal. And when they are vocal, sometimes they might not use the best approach. But as a man that knows that you've already messed up in that aspect, I expected calmness a bit to just don't be angry. We know it's an inconvenience and all that. But you trying to still claim right on that place, it's senseless.
Because you know when you're at work, your productivity should be your priority. How the work will come out, how you are going to leave the set at particular time.
And you're a production manager, you should understand this.
If you are going more than the days allocated to that particular production, you'll be spending more
money. So you should be doing everything to just massage everybody's egos to get people and get the work done. But I think the story I'm telling most was Steadywire story in the actual sense, where he talked Kidwire, where he talked about why they don't date. And I think that should be a lesson to many young girls out there. I think that guy should be. I never knew he was that intelligent to understand how that whole trajectory goes.
During lockdown when he was in the house, Big Brother Ninja. Yeah, there was a time I was watching Big Brother Ninja then he was in a conversation with Lekon. Yeah, it was even him that taught Lekon how to play this baseball inside the house. So he's intelligent.
Very intelligent guy.
Exposed.
And he was able to explain the whole process from experience too can give you that kind of intelligence because it stores in your intellect. The fact that from the first time they're appreciative, then later they get entitled and competitive, which is something that we're able to open up psychologically, which is also a lesson to most girls out there. I think you can be from a poor background, but you need to learn to deal with the psychological effects that comes with poverty in the actual sense, which can also put you in a place of being friends with the wealthy and all that, in case you are ever put in that kind of position. But then
that's why most of these people are losing their friendship with their friends when they are wealthy. Because they always feel entitled
to whatever they give to you and all that. But it's well in the actual sense. We'll still be looking at more deep stories as time goes by on Daybreak Africa. But here's what we'll leave you for this weekend because we ourselves wants to go enjoy our weekend out. So I don't like that song in the club sometimes. Because I don't like what the hype men use those songs to do. If you don't have money, don't let them play that song for you. It's terrible. You hear things you shouldn't hear. But that's just part of it. It's part of the weekend. It's part of the cruise. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the new months. Happy new month to you guys in advance because I know the last time I was saying it will be Monday. My name still remains Joshua Adeji.
I am Joshua Atolagbe.
Bye guys.